Amish women adhere to an intricate system of deeply rooted religious beliefs. From unusual marital obligations to limited education for women, join us in exploring 15 rules Amish women must follow. Number 1. Simplicity is key. The Amish, known for their austere and unadorned lifestyle, observe this principle in their dress code, especially for women. Amish women are required to maintain a strict, simple wardrobe with the primary purpose of promoting modesty and reducing vanity. This dress code usually includes a simple, ankle-length dress, often in a solid, muted color such as blue, green, purple, or black. The dresses are homemade, crafted from simple and practical fabrics without patterns or ostentatious decorations. The dresses also feature long sleeves, high necklines, and wide skirts, all intended to maintain modesty. There are no zippers or buttons, as they are considered worldly and unnecessary adornments. Instead, straight pins or hook and eye closures are used. The outfit is usually completed with an apron worn around the waist, symbolizing readiness for work and service. An essential aspect of this dress code is uniformity, which reinforces Amish values of humility, community over individuality, and resistance to the vanity of the modern world. By adhering to this rule, Amish women portray their obedience to their faith and their commitment to living a life free of pride or extravagance. Number 2. The bonnet tradition. The bonnet, an iconic symbol of Amish women, is more than just a head covering. It signifies the woman's marital status, humility, and commitment to the Amish community. As tradition dictates, all Amish women must cover their heads as a sign of respect to God and submission to their husbands, following the biblical principles stated in 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Single women typically wear a black bonnet, while married women wear a white bonnet, especially when attending religious services. For everyday use, the bonnets are often made from darker fabric to prevent staining. These bonnets are designed to be functional and modest, without lace or decorative elements that might encourage vanity. The process of making these bonnets is usually a community activity, bringing women together and fostering a sense of unity and camaraderie. It is also a skill passed down from generation to generation, symbolizing the continuity and steadfastness of the Amish way of life. Wearing a bonnet is considered a testament to a woman's acceptance of her role within the Amish community. It is a tangible representation of her devotion, signifying her commitment to upholding the traditions and values of the Amish faith. This rule, like the dress code, plays a crucial role in maintaining the distinctive identity of Amish women while reinforcing their role as guardians of Amish traditions and modesty. Number 3. Marital obligations. In Amish society, marriage is not seen merely as a personal relationship but as a sacred covenant and a lifelong commitment to both God and the community. For Amish women, marriage is a crucial stage of life and comes with a series of responsibilities and duties. Once a woman marries, she is expected to submit to her husband's authority as established by the church. However, following traditional Christian teachings on family structure, Amish women are not considered inferior but are seen as equal partners in maintaining the spiritual health of the family. The husband's role is to make final decisions and provide for the family, while the wife's role is to manage the household, raise the children, and provide emotional support. Furthermore, it is important to highlight that Amish women play an essential role in passing on the culture and traditions of their community through the education of their children and active participation in community life. Divorce is practically non-existent in Amish communities, as they take the vow, "until death do us part," very seriously. Breaking this rule is one of the gravest offenses in the Amish faith, as marriage is considered an unbreakable bond before God. This rule promotes fidelity, stability, and mutual respect in the marital relationship, forming the foundation of the Amish family structure. Number 4. The obligation to form a family. Closely tied to the rule of marriage is the obligation for Amish women to form a family. Having and raising children are considered divine blessings and are fundamental to the role of Amish women within the community. In Amish society, large families are the norm, often consisting of 6 or 7 children. Birth control is discouraged, and Amish families welcome each new child as a gift from God. Women are primarily responsible for the daily care of the children, instilling the faith and values of the Amish community. Child rearing is not viewed as a solitary task but rather as a community responsibility shared with the broader Amish community. Extended families, friends, and neighbors often lend a hand, reinforcing the interconnectedness that is central to Amish life. Furthermore, it is important to highlight that the influence of Amish women as matriarchs is of great importance in shaping their children. Through their dedication and care, Amish women mold the perceptions, behaviors, and attitudes of their children towards their immediate family and the community at large. This maternal influence plays an essential role in transmitting Amish culture and values to future generations, contributing to the preservation and perpetuation of the Amish way of life in society. Therefore, Amish women play a fundamental and vital role in child rearing and in maintaining Amish traditions and customs. Number 5. The threat of shunning. Among the severe consequences of violating norms within the Amish community is the threat of being shunned or excommunicated. This sanction applies to both men and women, but for Amish women who have deep ties to the community and family life, the implications can be particularly distressing. It is important to note that shunning is not imposed lightly but is reserved for serious transgressions such as blatant violations of religious principles, refusal to obey church ordinances, or disturbing community harmony. When someone is excommunicated, they are withdrawn from communion with the community, and other members are instructed to limit their interaction with the shunned person. This form of social ostracism serves as a powerful deterrent, enforcing strict adherence to norms and doctrines. Additionally, the threat of shunning underscores the importance of the collective over the individual, which is a fundamental principle in the Amish way of life. This rule also exemplifies the profound commitment Amish women have to their faith and their determination to maintain community harmony even in the face of personal trials and difficulties. Number 6. The necessity of attending church. Attending church is another fundamental rule in the life of an Amish woman. Amish religious services are held every other Sunday in the homes of community members, and attendance is not only encouraged but mandatory. The religious service, which can last several hours, fulfills multiple functions. It is a place of worship, a time for biblical instruction, and a space for community bonding. Missing religious services is considered a significant deviation from the Amish lifestyle and can have serious consequences, including social rejection. For Amish women, these services also serve as important venues for social interaction and community engagement. News is exchanged, joys and sorrows are shared, and support and help are offered to those in need. In addition to regular church services, Amish women are also expected to participate in communal meals, singing, and other church-related events. Through these gatherings, Amish women strengthen their bonds with the community and reinforce their shared commitment to the Amish way of life. By adhering to this rule, Amish women not only express their devotion to God but also their loyalty to the community. This demonstrates the importance of social cohesion and mutual support within the Amish community. Actively participating in community life is not just a way to show their faith but also to build strong and lasting relationships with their Amish neighbors and friends. Number 7. Distinct courtship customs. Courtship among the Amish follows a unique set of customs that have been passed down through generations. These practices reflect the fundamental values of modesty, commitment, and community that are vital to the Amish faith. Interestingly, Amish courtship typically begins during a young woman's late teenage years and often takes place during a communal event known as a singing. During these gatherings, young men and women have the opportunity to interact and get to know each other under the watchful eyes and guidance of the elders and respected members of the community. This courtship dynamic is a meaningful and special way for the Amish to establish lasting relationships and build a strong community based on shared faith and values. The courtship itself is usually a discreet and private affair. After expressing mutual interest, the couple spends time getting to know each other, typically during evening visits known as bed courtship or bundling. Despite the suggestive name, bed courtship is a chaste practice. The young man and woman lie on the bed fully clothed, separated by a bundling board or under different blankets, and engage in conversation. Adherence to these customs signifies their commitment to the Amish way of life and prepares them for the obligations of marriage and family life within the community. Number 8. Limited education for women in Amish communities. Education is seen as a means to an end rather than an end in itself. For Amish women, education typically extends only to the 8th grade, in line with their belief that knowledge should primarily serve practical and religious purposes. Additionally, Amish schools emphasize the importance of acquiring practical skills for daily life, such as sewing, cooking, and farming. These skills are taught to ensure that members of the Amish community can be self-sufficient and maintain their traditional lifestyle. Besides basic skills like reading, writing, and arithmetic, Amish schools also incorporate lessons on Amish history and values, thus passing down the community's cultural heritage from generation to generation. Girls receive the same education as boys, but it is understood that their knowledge will be applied mainly in the domestic sphere. While higher education is not forbidden, it is generally discouraged, as it is believed to promote individualism and ambition, values that contradict the Amish emphasis on humility and community. Instead of academic pursuits, young Amish women engage in learning within the home, acquiring essential skills from their mothers and grandmothers, such as cooking, cleaning, sewing, gardening, and child-rearing. Despite these limitations, Amish women are often well-versed in the practical skills necessary to manage a household and raise a family. Number 9. Mastery of domestic skills for an Amish woman. The home is not just a physical space but a key area of her responsibilities and contribution to the community. Mastery of domestic skills is not only encouraged but expected. This mastery includes a range of skills, from cooking and cleaning to sewing and gardening. An Amish woman is expected to be able to prepare meals from scratch, preserve food for the winter, clean and maintain the home, sew clothes for the family, and tend to a home garden. Additionally, as bearers and caretakers of life, Amish women also learn the basics of midwifery and basic health care. Amish women are often skilled in traditional healing practices and home remedies, acting as the primary caregivers in the family. These skills are not considered lesser or secondary to traditionally male roles. Rather, they are valued as essential components of a prosperous Amish home and community. By mastering these domestic skills, an Amish woman not only ensures the smooth functioning of her household but also fulfills her spiritual obligations, upholding the Amish values of service, humility, and modesty. Additionally, these domestic tasks allow the Amish woman to cultivate a deeper connection with her family, strengthening family bonds and fostering an environment of mutual love and care. Number 10. Social interaction guidelines. In the Amish community, social interactions are governed by principles that uphold modesty, respect, and humility. These principles are fundamental for maintaining harmony and balance in the community life of Amish women. Communication among community members is characterized by being courteous, modest, and measured, which contributes to fostering an environment of mutual respect. Besides courtesy, Amish women are expected to avoid engaging in gossip or any form of ostentatious behavior, as this can create discord and division within the community. The ability to listen actively is highly valued, reinforcing the community values of empathy and understanding. Regarding interactions between men and women, respectful and chaste behavior is promoted, in line with Amish beliefs and traditions. Public displays of affection, even between married couples, are discouraged as they may be considered a form of vanity. Instead, love and affection are expressed in more subtle and private ways. Women also have specific roles during social gatherings, often centered on providing food and hospitality. They play key roles in planning and organizing community events, which often involve preparing meals, setting up venues, and ensuring everything runs smoothly. Number 11. Mandatory attendance at community events. Community events are a fundamental and indispensable part of Amish life. Attendance at these events is not optional but mandatory, especially for Amish women. These events provide invaluable opportunities for fellowship, mutual support, and strengthening community bonds. In addition to religious services, the Amish participate in various activities such as community meals, weddings, funerals, barn raisings, and social singings. It is important to highlight that Amish women play a crucial role in these events, taking on tasks such as cooking and serving food, as well as providing emotional support to those in need. Missing a community event without a valid reason, such as illness or a family emergency, can result in social disapproval from the community. Regular participation is seen as a demonstration of commitment to the community and adherence to the Amish way of life. These gatherings serve a dual purpose. They are both social and spiritual occasions. They reinforce shared values, strengthen interpersonal relationships, and provide a platform for communal decision-making and conflict resolution. By attending these events, Amish women fulfill their responsibilities towards their community. Number 12. Dietary restrictions and preparation. The Amish diet reflects their values of simplicity, modesty, and self-sufficiency. There are no specific religious dietary restrictions similar to kosher or halal laws, but their meals are typically simple, healthy, and made with locally sourced ingredients. Amish women are primarily responsible for preparing meals for the family. Culinary skills are passed down from mothers to daughters, preserving traditional recipes and techniques. From baking bread and canning fruits to making homemade jams and cheese, an Amish woman's culinary repertoire is both extensive and skilled. Meals are often made from scratch and incorporate ingredients from the family's own farm or garden, reflecting the community's emphasis on self-sufficiency. Rarely are processed foods used. This not only contributes to the family's health but also reduces dependency on external sources, aligning with Amish values of simplicity and frugality. Additionally, by adhering to these dietary practices, an Amish woman nourishes her family in a way that respects both their physical health and spiritual well-being. Cooking becomes more than a routine task. It becomes an opportunity to pass down traditional knowledge, share experiences, and strengthen family bonds. Cooking becomes a sacred ritual that reinforces Amish values and promotes the strength and unity of the family and the community at large. Number 13. The garden. In Amish communities, the garden is traditionally the domain of the woman. Amish women are expected to maintain a productive household garden that provides fresh produce for family consumption and preserves surplus for the winter months. The garden serves multiple functions. It is a source of food, a symbol of self-sufficiency, and a testament to the virtues of diligence and stewardship. It also gives Amish women the opportunity to exercise creativity and ingenuity by selecting crops that will thrive in their particular plot and climate, and managing challenges such as pests and diseases. Women often involve their children in gardening tasks, providing them with practical education about the life cycle, the value of hard work, and the benefits of living in harmony with nature. This practice can help foster responsibility and a sense of belonging in children, as it teaches them to care for plants and appreciate the results of their efforts. It is a powerful symbol of the interdependence of all life and a tangible example of the fruits of labor and dedication. Additionally, this responsibility can also foster in children a greater awareness of the importance of caring for the environment and living sustainably. Thus, the act of cultivating a garden becomes a deeply meaningful task rooted in both practical necessity and spiritual significance. Number 14. Home birth. Childbirth is an event of immense significance in the life of an Amish woman, not only physically but also spiritually. In Amish culture, the experience of giving birth at home, surrounded by familiarity and comfort, is highly valued. Home birth is considered a natural process, and any medical intervention that is not strictly necessary is avoided. It is common to have the assistance of midwives who are part of the Amish community and provide valuable support and care throughout this special and unique process in a woman's life. Amish midwives are women with extensive knowledge and experience in childbirth, passed down through generations. This tradition ensures that the mother is surrounded by familiar people who respect Amish culture and understand her needs and desires. Home births reflect Amish values such as simplicity, family unity, and trust in the natural processes established by God. Additionally, these births highlight the strength and resilience of women, being a testament to the power of faith and community support, fundamental elements in this process. Although this practice may seem out of sync with modern obstetric care, it is important to note that Amish communities often have strong support networks and knowledge that ensure that the mother and child receive the care they need during and after birth. Number 15. The rule of no technology. Within the Amish community, technology is viewed with caution due to its potential to disrupt family and community cohesion, promote individualism, and divert attention from spiritual values. Furthermore, the use of technology can cause internal and external conflicts within the Amish community. Therefore, Amish women, like the men, strictly adhere to this rule of no technology as a fundamental part of their way of life. This decision is made consciously to preserve unity and harmony within the community, as well as to strengthen family bonds and foster dedication to spiritual values. Although specific restrictions vary among different Amish orders, the general principle is to avoid dependence on modern technology. This includes things like public utility electricity, phones in homes, cars, and computers. Instead, Amish communities rely on more traditional methods such as horse-drawn buggies for transportation and oil lamps for light. Additionally, Amish women play a crucial role in preserving traditions and the daily life of the community. In addition to performing household tasks without the aid of modern appliances, they also manage gardening and care for farm animals. These activities allow them to stay in direct contact with nature and maintain a deep connection with the cycle of life. Thank you for watching. See you next time.